Come on out. I'll make it nice and quick. You can trust me. I'll find you. I'll be over soon.
Huh?
Shit. Must have scared them off.
The courser's on the second floor. Kill on sight. Send reinforcements to the lobby in case there are more.
Ah!
What's going on down there? How many are we dealing with?
Who?
That was the Ink Spots with It's All Over But the Crime. In case you were wondering, it sounds like we haven't heard the last of the Brotherhood of Steel just yet. Eyewitness reports have them engaged in a firefight with unknown opponents.
Sweet.
At the ArcJet building here in the Commonwealth. While their motivations aren't entirely clear, I think we can all make some guesses about what they're up to. I think it's safe
Corsair is
to
now
say
on the
there
third
was some
floor.
tech they
Reports of
wanted
the second intruder in the east wing near the courtyard.
I know I wouldn't want to be in their way. The reports go on to say they made it out in one piece, presumably with whatever they were after. Who knows? Maybe now they'll be moving on to greener pastures. Let's get back to the music, shall we? Here's a positive take on life with a touch of nostalgia. It's Anything Goes by Cole Porter.
Hey.
Barricades, stairwells, and... Wait.
Yes.
What? Get some! Get some!
We've lost contact with sectors 2 and 4.
That's it. Nice.
You just heard Undecided by Ella Fitzgerald. Yet another breaking story here in Diamond City, folks. I'll bring you Diamond City's own Nick Valentine is reportedly investigating the circumstances surrounding former residents of the West Stands. The man in question, residing with a boy he claimed to be his son, hasn't been seen in weeks. Now it seems the whole story may have been fabricated. It's unclear at this time if the boy was being held against his will. Authorities have so far refused to comment. Get word to Nick Valentine. And keep that dial tuned to Diamond City Radio for updates on this breaking story. Based on this next song, I think it's safe to say that Betty Hutton had some complicated feelings about men. Here's
Gunners!
Fall back to original positions. The courser's nearing the elevator.
Gunner down! We're off!
Courser's after the girl. Anyone alive needs to get up to the top floor immediately. That's an order!
That was Bing Crosby, folks. Hey folks, time for some news. Though, actually, this time it's more addressing some rumors than anything else. I'm sure many of you have heard tales of the Railroad, a group working to free synths who are trying to escape the Institute. While it's impossible to say for sure, they may actually be out there. If so, it makes sense that they're keeping a low profile. It's a dangerous idea and is met by some very mixed reactions around the Commonwealth. I guess if you are out there, good luck not getting caught. Harkening back to the days when searching for radioactive material was something to look forward to. Here's Uranium Rock.
guess. Got it.
I don't believe you are.
Oh, God! Please, no! Please help me. No.
All he had to do was tell me the password. Now, are you going to cooperate?
Oh, God! Oh,
Tell me.
God! Okay, okay, just don't shoot! Let me think!
You obviously don't know. I'm going to get in there. It's just a matter of time. Tell me the password. You. Come here. You've been following me.
And that was Roy Brown. Hey folks, time for some news.
Hey,
So,
if you're going to kill me,
this
then
time it's
do
more
it.
addressing some rumors than anything.
He...
I'm sure
deserved
many
to
of
die.
you have heard
I know
tales
you're not here for me.
of the railroad.
I can't get out.
Working to
Not on my own.
We're
I'm going
trying
to have to
save
trust you
these.
to help me.
While it's impossible to
I
say
promise
for
not to
sure,
hurt you.
I guess I don't really have a choice. Do I? The
if
guard
so,
put the password in a
makes sense
toolbox.
that they're keeping
Over
low
there,
profile.
under the stairs. Use it to gain access to the
Idea
terminal.
is met by some
and
very
open the
mixed
door.
reactions around the Commonwealth. I guess if you are out there,
If you're going to kill me, then
good
do
luck
it.
not getting caught. Up next is Connie Allen, Here's Rocket 69.
Thank you. I don't know what to say.
You don't have to say anything. You're welcome.
My Institute designation is K-198, but I prefer Jenny, so yes, I'm a synth, if you hadn't already guessed. I knew they'd send a courser. I just didn't think he'd find me so fast. I think I would have lost him too. But then I was captured by these mercenaries. And all this happened. Thanks again for your help. I'm gonna look for supplies before heading out. And before you ask, no, I don't need any more help. The Commonwealth is unforgiving. I need to make it on my own or I'm dead. Maybe we'll meet again, under better circumstances. I hope we do.
Hi.
I don't need your help anymore.
And that, bless her heart, was Skeeter Davis. In case you were wondering, it sounds like we haven't heard the last of the Brotherhood of Steel just yet. Eyewitness reports have them engaged in a firefight with unknown opponents at the ArcJet building here in the Commonwealth. While their motivations aren't entirely clear, I think we can all make some guesses about what they're up to. I think it's safe to say there was some tech they wanted, and they decided to go take it. I know I wouldn't want to be in their way. The reports go on to say they made it out in one piece, presumably with whatever they were after. Who knows? Maybe now they'll be moving on to greener pastures. Let's get back to the music, shall we? Next we'll hear Civilization by Danny Kaye.
Welcome.
Vault blue, huh? Not a bad look.
Doc Carrington's been asking for you.
Glad you signed on. Means I might get to take the occasional night off.
Desdemona. I have a report here. It reads more like a comic book. Apparently, one hell of a fight took place at Green Tech Genetics.
Yeah, that was me. I took down a Courser.
That's what the report says. Hard to believe. I'm all for one less Courser in the world, but the conventional wisdom is that you run from them rather than engage them.
So why did you kill him?
I needed a Courser chip. I need the code on it.
You have one of their chips? Intact? Follow me. Now. Decoding a Courser chip is a very delicate operation. A million things can go wrong, the least of which is losing the data. Fortunately, we have the right man for the job.
Oh, hey, Des. You need something?
Tom, we got a Courser chip.
Whoa! For real? Oh, man, it's been ages. I was power napping and whammo, it hit me. Got some ideas on how to kit out Deliverer. Make your super badass gun even more, well, more. So check out my stock.
Just browsing.
Next time.
You've hit the jackpot with this. Hand over the chip. Let's see what's on it.
Here you go.
All right. Tom, make it happen.
All right, little Courser chip. Let's have the circuit analyzer take a crack at you. We're in. Chip accessed. Just poke the analog connectors a little. What? Oh man, don't crash. Hold it together. Memory hiccup. Here it comes.
Winona Harris, folks. Let's hope his grandma got the help she needed.
Encryption algorithms. All right, we're still running. Oh
hey, folks,
man, they've added more decimals to the last cipher. This is gonna be... Come on, baby, show me that pattern. Where is it? Wait, they're using the same logarithmic function as the key generator. Oh man, we got lucky. I got you, you Institute bastard. I got you.
Safe, reliable place in the Commonwealth.
Come on.
make
Show me
Meridian
that
news.
sweet bass number. Come on.
Sounds like the Minutemen may
Then
be
we got
getting
it.
back on their
We
feet
got the code.
and helping out at Sanctuary.
Let me load that onto the
And that's
holotape for ya.
definitely good news for
Good
everyone.
work, Tom.
Anyone
Yeah,
willing
but
to take a
I'm not
stand
sure our luck
for
will hold up
safety
next
in the
time, Des.
Commonwealth?
And Agent, I hope that helps you as much as you've helped us.
If there's someone
Good work.
special in your life, then this next song is for you. If there isn't,
We got a lot of
feel
synths in
free to
play
take
right
this
now.
opportunity
Makes me
to
really
resent the happy couples around you. Here's One More Tomorrow.
Seems to be growing well.
die!
Mission accomplished. Don't eye the Brahmin if you got any sense.
Betty Hutton there with It's a Man. Hey folks, we've got word coming in of a new settlement founded to the northwest. Some brave, enterprising folks have decided to settle Sanctuary. We wish them the best of luck. It never hurts to have one more safe, reliable place in the Commonwealth. In related news, it sounds like the Minutemen may be getting back on their feet and helping out at Sanctuary. And that's definitely good news for everyone. Anyone willing to take a stand for safety in the Commonwealth is okay in my book. There's no getting away from Ray Smith. Here's right behind you, baby.
nice.
Tex Beneke, folks. Hey folks, time for some news. Though, actually, this time it's more addressing some rumors than anything else. I'm sure many of you have heard tales of the Railroad, a group working to free synths who are trying to escape the Institute. While it's impossible to say for sure, they may actually be out there. If so, it makes sense that they're keeping a low profile. It's a dangerous idea and is met by some very mixed reactions around the Commonwealth. I guess if you are out there, good luck not getting caught. Here's Ella Fitzgerald with another classic, Undecided, which is something I used to be quite often. Then I made up my mind. Decided to be cool. That was Billie Holiday. In case you were wondering, it sounds like we haven't heard the last of the Brotherhood of Steel just yet. Eyewitness reports have them engaged in a firefight with unknown opponents at the ArcJet building here in the Commonwealth. While their motivations aren't entirely clear, I think we can all make some guesses about what they're up to. I think it's safe to say there was some tech they wanted, and they decided to go take it. I know I wouldn't want to be in their way. The reports go on to say they made it out in one piece, presumably with whatever they were after. Who knows? Maybe now they'll be moving on to greener pastures. Let's get back to the music, shall we? Roy Brown heard about some good rockin' tonight, and he's out to make sure everybody knows.
Protect and serve.
Wasn't sure.
Hi.
Wasn't sure I'd see you again. You managed to get what you need?
I have the code.
Suppose I shouldn't be surprised. You did get rid of Kellogg after all. Not too much of a leap to take down a Courser. How'd you manage to get it decoded?
The railroad helped me.
Oh God, those kooks. I would have expected they'd be too busy trying to liberate vending machines or setting computer terminals free or... Sorry. They just have something of a reputation. You're not the only one who's been busy. I did the best I could. From memory and things I've overheard through the years. Came up with some schematics for you. Wasn't easy. These hands are ridiculous. Fine motor skills have gone to shit. Here's the simple explanation. You need to build a device that will hijack the signal the Institute uses to teleport coursers, and send you instead. You know the craziest part of the design? That classical music station. That's the carrier signal for the relay. All the data's on harmonic frequencies. You've been hearing it all along. I want to be clear that this isn't my area of expertise. I was bioscience, not engineering or advanced systems or anything.
I'm sure it'll work.
For the record, I haven't made any promises, but if you can build this device and make use of that code, you should be able to override the signal from the Institute's relay. Can you? I mean, can you build it? You have people that can help. This is a lot for one person, even you.
I got it covered.
Good, good. Because you've got to make it in there. For both our sakes. And don't you forget our agreement. I've helped you as best I can. If you make it in there, you find that serum. It's my only hope for ever being normal. So you find it. Now go on. Take these and get to work. You do whatever it takes. Call on whoever you know to help you.
Protect and serve.
Hope you enjoyed that last number. Coming at you almost live from Diamond City. I'm your host, Travis Lonely Miles. And this is Diamond City Radio. If you've ever been in love, then you know how this one feels. It's the ink spots.
That's it.
Yeah?
Do you have a moment?
What do you need of me, child?
Tell me more about Adam, if you would.
Adam gave birth to this world and all worlds. And within this world, he gave us the promise of infinite rebirth. We are, all of us, universes without count, waiting for the division to bring them all into being. We spread Atom's word and his gifts to those throughout the Commonwealth. They will see the truth of Atom's glow.
I need to speak with you.
What do you need of me, child?
It's nothing. Never mind.
Worry not, child.
Coming at you almost live from Diamond City. I'm your host, Travis, Lonely Minds.
May Adam bless you with his glow.
Is Diamond City Radio. Here's a pick-me-up for you.
Hi.
It's Big
The
Crosby.
world will be shown
Would
Adam's
accentuate
glory.
the positive.
Hey.
If you are in need, then it is my place to aid you. At cost, of course.
What have you got for sale?
Whatever Adam provides for us. It is not much, true, but you may find something of value.
I'll take a look, sure.
Very well.
He is coming. Adam shall come and bear witness to all my wretchedness. The world will be shown Adam's glory.
Wasn't sure I'd see you again. You managed to...
I have the code.
Suppose...
Right.
How'd you...
The railroad helped me.
Oh, God. I came up... Here's the... You know the... All the data's on harmonic...
I'm sure it'll work.
For the... But... Okay.
I got it covered.
Good. Good. It's mine. Now go.
That was Anything Goes by Cole Porter. In case you were wondering, it sounds like we haven't heard the last of the Brotherhood of Steel just yet. Eyewitness reports have them engaged in a firefight with unknown opponents at the ArcJet building here in the Commonwealth. While their motivations aren't entirely clear, we can all make some guesses about what they're up to. I think it's safe to say there was some tech they wanted, and they decided to go take it. I know I wouldn't want to be in their way. The reports go on to say they made it out in one piece, presumably with whatever they were after. Who knows? Maybe now they'll be moving on to greener pastures. Let's get back to the music, shall we? This is Travis Lonely Miles coming to you with maybe Biting Spots. Danny Kaye there singing Civilization. In case you were wondering, it sounds like we haven't heard the last of the Brotherhood of Steel just yet. Eyewitness reports have them engaged in a firefight with unknown opponents at the ArcJet building here in the Commonwealth. While their motivations aren't entirely clear, I think we can all make some guesses about what they're up to. I think it's safe to say there was some tech they wanted, and they decided to go take it. I know I wouldn't want to be in their way. The reports go on to say they made it out in one piece, presumably with whatever they were after. Who knows? Maybe now they'll be moving on to greener pastures. Let's get back to the music, shall we? One of the all-time greats. Here's Ella Fitzgerald.
We're always looking for new members.
Up there, assume you're being watched. Always.
Carrington wants to talk with you. Sounds important.
Do you need something?
I have plans here to build a signal interceptor that can get me into the Institute.
So that's what the Courser chip was all about. You needed that frequency, I take it. Why? What does this machine do?
The Institute uses teleportation to get in and out. The interceptor can hijack their signal and send me instead.
We've spent dozens of years and too many good agents' lives only to discover not a goddamn thing. And now we have the answer, thanks to you. Teleportation. That the Institute could build something so... But we've got work to do. This is our top priority now. I want Tinker Tom to help you in any way possible to get this device built.
Good news is something often in short supply.
Sorry, Tinker Tom's got me doing...
So I'm happy to be able to deliver a little bit to you.
When running synths out of the well.
Ready to hand over the plans?
About the whereabouts of
This
Diamond
is the big
City's
one.
most effective detective.
There you go. Let's see what we need.
Hold on. Who wrote this? Some kid with a crayon? Shit. Must have been a real big kid. Oh, man. Molecular transmission via encrypted RF waves. Those Institute eggheads are crazy. And you can divert the signal using a heavily modified relay interception. Like a pirate broadcast, you know? That's intense.
60-Minute Man by Billy Ward and the Dominoes.
I knew you could figure it out, Tom.
The plans cover all the high-end egghead shit, but they're missing a ton of engineering details. Filling in the gaps will take time. This bit here, the stabilized reflector platform, just needs some high-grade metal. Easy. Psh, by the time you finish that, I'll have the rest done.
Nice work, Tom. Glad you're on our side.
Hey, tell that to Carrington, though. We can scrounge up the platform components you need. No problem. But where to build it? It's gonna need some serious space. This baby's big. It should fit over at Mercer Safe House. Pam's already given that place her full blessing. I'll flag some runners to deliver the components there.
Make sure you're never followed here. It's all our asses if you are.
around with Butcher Pete. Now, folks, I'm sure you've all seen or heard about the latest issue of Public Occurrences. Some bold claims by our intrepid reporter. Since possibly living among us, undetected. Very serious implications. Wouldn't you agree? The mayor's office has, of course, issued a statement denying saying all is well in Diamond City. The mayor himself insists that the fears raised in the article are unfounded. Good to know, I guess. But between you and me, listeners, I'm gonna keep my eyes open just to be on the safe side. Well, never a dull moment here at Diamond City Radio. Handgun safety is an important issue here in Diamond City. Here's Bing Crosby's take on it with Pistol Packin' Mama.
You from one of those vaults? You got too many teeth to be a scammer.
Hey there.
You got the platform built yet? Tick-tock, tick-tock. I'm waiting for the good news.
I did it. The platform's constructed.
And I filled in the blanks on the blueprints. We can actually build this crazy thing. The science of this monstrosity is wow. But fortunate for us, the ingredients pretty common. But there's 3 specialty items that I just can't grab from our safe houses. You find those, and we'll knock down the gates of hell.
Thanks, Tom. I'll find them.
I don't doubt it for 1 minute. After you get the getables, meet me at the build site.
Doc Carrington's been asking for you.
Bet you never met a synth before Glory.
All along, the bastards have been teleporting personnel to the surface. Is there nothing they can do?
Tex Beneke, folks. Non-stop music and all the latest news. This is Diamond City Radio. Wishing on the moon sounds like a pretty good idea to me right now. It's Bob Crosby, singing Happy Times.
seems to be growing well.
Ray Smith, everyone. Coming at you almost live from Diamond City. I'm your host, Travis Lonely Miles. And this is Diamond City Radio. Next is Orange Colored Sky by Mr. Nat King Cole.
Business.
Status report.
We got activity, Des. Not sure how long before it peaks.
The Institute is a huge unknown. Before we can make any plans, you need to do something. What I'm about to tell you is the most closely guarded secret the Railroad has. It's time you learn about Patriot.
Patriot?
There's a man, or woman, we're not sure, inside the Institute who helps synths escape to freedom. Dozens of synths owe him their lives. We don't know his name. We've never had a way to contact him, so we gave him the code name, Patriot. If your plan works, and you're able to get inside the Institute, we need you to make contact.
Okay. I'll do my best.
Tom's encrypted a message for Patriot's eyes only. Once he sees it, he'll contact you. Until you make contact, and probably after, you need to stay in their good graces. You need to infiltrate them. Can you do that? Can you be our agent on the inside?
How do I infiltrate them?
You're going to have to sell them a lie. It's best to stick as close to the truth as possible. And you're going to have to think on your feet. We don't know what's waiting for you. If you make it at all.
Bring it on.
You can do this. I believe in you. Stand on the platform and I'll give you the holotape. Just plug it into any Institute terminal and wait for the reply. Tom, talk to me.
Booting up the scan sequence. This frequency is only going to work once. You know who doesn't make the same mistake twice. So stand still. You gotta lock in all those molecules of yours. Hopefully we won't miss any. There's only, 60 trillion of them. All right, feeding our baby some juice. Let's see what she's got.
Take this holotape. You need it to contact Patriot.
Oh, man, don't worry. That's all part of the plan.
Tom, do whatever you can to gain their trust. Lie. Tell them what they want to hear. Make up a cover story and sell it.
Come on, I think I got it. Establishing lock on the Institute signal.
Just get all the information you can. About synths, about the Institute's plans. Find their weaknesses. If we can disable or destroy the Institute, we may have to do it.
You jack that holotape into any terminal and Patriot will make contact. He has to.
Got the RF. We got it.
Find a way to save them. Nobody else can.
Now!
And that, folks, was the ink spots.
Wayne, I'm leaving this message with Marcy in case you come... Lost them?
I wondered if you might make it here. You're quite resourceful. I am known as Father. The Institute is under my guidance. I know why you're here. I'd like to discuss things with you face to face. Please, step into the elevator. I can only imagine what you've heard, what you think of us. I'd like to show you that you may have the wrong impression. Welcome to the Institute. This is the reality of the Institute. This place, these people, the work we do. For over 100 years, we've dedicated ourselves to humanity's survival. Decades of research, countless experiments and trials, a shared vision of how science can help shape the future. It has never been easy, and our actions are often misinterpreted by those above ground. Someday, perhaps, we can show them what we've accomplished. But for now, we must remain underground. There's too much at stake here to risk it all. As you've seen, things above are unstable. I'd like to talk to you about what we can do for everyone. But that can wait. You are here for a specific, very personal reason. You are here for your son.
Sean?
Huh? Yes, I'm Sean.
Sean? Is that really you?
Who are you?
Sean, it's me. I'm your dad.
Father, what's going on? What's happening?
Sean, are you okay? You're not hurt, are you?
What's going on? Father? Father!
Shh. It'll be okay, Sean. I'm here now.
I don't know you. Go away. Father! Father, help me! There's someone here. Help me!
Who is Father? Where is he?
Father? Father, help me! He's trying to take me! Father? Father, help me!
Sean. S923, recall code Cirrus. Fascinating, but disappointing. The child's responses were not at all what I anticipated. He's a prototype, you understand. We're only just now beginning to explore the effects of extreme emotional stimuli. Please try and keep an open mind. I recognize that you are emotional, and that your journey here has been fraught with challenges. Let's start anew. I am Father. Welcome to the Institute.
Father? That's your name? Your title?
Father is my unofficial title. It's what I've come to mean to the people of the Institute, just as you mean to your son, to Sean.
Just help me understand what's going on here.
I promised answers, and answers you shall have. But I need you to realize that this situation is far more complicated than you could have imagined. You have traveled very far, and suffered a great deal to find your son. Well, your tenacity and dedication have been rewarded. It's good to finally meet you, after all this time. It's me. I am Shaun. I am your son.
How is that even possible?
I know this is a lot to take in. In the vault, you had no concept of the passage of time. You were released from your pod and went searching for the son you'd lost. But then you learned that your son was no longer an infant, but a 10-year-old boy. You believed that 10 years had passed. Is it really so hard to accept that it was not 10, but 60 years? That is the reality, and here I am. Raised by the Institute, and now its leader.
But why? Why take a child? Why take you?
Ah, now that's the question, isn't it? Why me? At that time, the year 2227, the Institute had made great strides in synth production. But it was never enough. Scientific curiosity and the goal of perfection drove them ever onward. What they wanted was the perfect machine. So they followed the best example thus far. The human being. Walking, talking, fully articulate, capable of anything.
Human synths? Really?
Human-like synths. A great distinction. The Institute endeavored to create synthetic organics. The most logical starting point, of course, was human DNA. Plenty of that was available, of course. But it had all become corrupted. In this wasteland, radiation affected everyone. Even in their attempts to shield themselves from the world above, members of the Institute had been exposed. Another source was necessary. But then the Institute found me, after discovering records from Vault 111. An infant, frozen in time, protected from the radiation-induced mutations that had crept into every other human cell in the Commonwealth. I was exactly what they needed. And so it was my DNA that became the basis of the synthetic organics used to create every human-like synth you see today. I am their father. Through science, we are family. The synths, me, and you.
And you've been down here the whole time?
I have. Yes. I know you must have questions. Please. Anything I can do to help you understand.
Kellogg. He worked for you?
Kellogg. He was an Institute asset long before I arrived here. It wasn't until I became director that I learned of all the things he'd done. What kind of man he was.
Kellogg was... let's just say he was more complex than you might think.
After what he's done, I'm surprised to hear you say that. The Institute took advantage of Kellogg's vicious nature. I will freely admit that. Institute technology prolonged his life, and his usefulness far beyond any normal human lifespan. He never failed the Institute, but his cruelty became more apparent with every completed objective. I won't lie. It's no coincidence your path crossed his. It seemed a fitting way to allow you, us, To have some amount of revenge. What else can I say to ease your mind?
Your mother. She never got to see you grow up?
Yes. What happened to her was... I've gone over the records of the incident, of course. It seems her death was an unfortunate bit of collateral damage.
Collateral damage? Is that all she was to you?
What would you have me say? The world is a dangerous place? Although I think maybe it always was. It's just a bit more honest about it now. For many years, I never questioned who my parents were. I accepted my situation, and that was that. With old age comes regret. And asking what if more often. But what matters now is that you and I have a chance to begin again. What else can I say to ease your mind?
So you're in charge of the Institute?
I am the acting director, yes. I spent decades working to reach this point. It's a responsibility I take very seriously. The Institute. It's important. It really is humanity's best hope for the future, no matter what those above ground might think of us.
But, Director? Why you?
I was the most qualified for the position. Obviously. I've lived my life within these walls. Dedicated to science like every other member of the Institute. My hard work has paid off. Ultimately, the Commonwealth has nothing to fear from us. Whatever you've seen or heard, I know I can convince you of that. Just give me time. I know there's more for us to discuss. But the Institute is on the verge of some important breakthroughs. Your presence would be appreciated as we approach them. I've been a part of something amazing here. I've helped to build a life for myself and the people of the Institute. And now, after all these years, you have an opportunity to help with that. Doesn't that intrigue you? Isn't that what you want?
Yes, that's what I want.
I know. I know you've been through so much. I'm pleased to see it has not impaired your judgment. Forgive me. I'd assume that after everything I'm sure you've seen above ground, you would be more than a bit biased against us. There is much to be done. You'll need time to acclimate yourself, a chance to become acquainted with our procedures.
Is all that really necessary? What's there to learn?
For now, it is enough that you understand that the Institute really is devoted to the betterment of humanity. The Institute is now your home. You'll want to introduce yourself to the division heads. Dr. Fillmore in Facilities, Dr. Ao in SRB, Dr. Holdren in Bioscience, and finally Dr. Lee in Advanced Systems. They've all been notified of your arrival, of course. Meet them, and then we'll discuss what comes next.
It's an honor to have you here, sir.
Almost done. Just need to tighten up this primary drive servo.
That's the third primary drive breakdown this month. As far as I'm concerned, the phase-out on these older models can't come soon enough.
Oh, I don't know. Most of them have lasted long past their projected lifespans. If you ask me, they were built pretty well.
I can't argue with that. Even so, I'm ready to see the full Gen 3 roll out.
There we go. All set. Unit, you can return to duty.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thanks again.
Of course.
It's my responsibility to make sure this place runs smoothly.
We're all looking forward to working with you.
Excuse me, Doctor.
They weren't kidding. You really are here. Well, all right. I'm Allie Fillmore. You can think of me as the Institute's chief engineer. When Father told us about you, I could hardly believe it. You've been through so much, I think most people would have just given up. If you don't mind my asking, what was it that kept you going all that time?
I just wanted to find my son and keep him safe.
Now that you've found him, I hope you're proud of the great man he grew up to be. Now, I'll give you a quick rundown of the Facilities Division, and then I'll answer any questions you might have afterward. As you might guess, we keep the Institute's mechanical and electrical systems running smoothly. We maintain and upgrade all of the systems that make it possible to live and work in a place like this. There's a lot of machinery behind these walls that recycles the air and water and provides power to the laboratories and quarters. The work we do might not be as exciting as some of the other departments, but it's at least as important. So, now that you're here and you've spoken to Father, does that mean you're on board?
Absolutely.
Oh, good to hear. It'll be a load off Sean's mind. Take your time. Get yourself acquainted. There's a lot to take in. Plenty of things you won't find topside. If there's anything else you'd like to know about the Facilities Division, I'm happy to discuss it.
I'm good for now. Thanks.
Goodbye, then.
Greetings. As the Institute's requisition vendor, I can provide supplies for your missions on the surface. How may I assist you today?
Sure. Let's take a look.
Remember to keep unnecessary Is it true Food Supplement 77 has been discontinued?
That is correct.
Hey, it's me. So you're the one who sent the encrypted message. How did you even do that? I wasn't sure anyone on the surface would have a chance to crack Trinity. You know, the encryption algorithm.
I want Supplement 77.
A friend named Tinker Tom cracked your encryption.
He must have had some serious hardware to pull that off. Wow, your message was only one word. Friend. What did you mean by that?
The Railroad sent me to look for someone they call Patriot. That's you.
What? The Railroad? As in the Railroad? And they gave me a code name too? I kept sending synths to the surface hoping someone would help them. I hoped the Railroad got to some of them, but I never knew for certain.
You saved a lot of synths.
So much to take in. But wait, with you in the picture, I have this idea. To rescue a lot of synths. At once. But we'll need help. Where's he working now? Right. Let's go to the West Atrium. Probably best to talk about something else right now. You know my father thinks it's a living hell on the surface. But that can't be right. Heck, you look positively normal to me. No offense. I'm not sure if we could ever make the surface actually a decent place to live. But that doesn't mean we shouldn't at least try to help, you know? Good. He's here. C-114. It's me.
Sir, do you require something?
It's okay, Z1. He's a friend. He's with the Railroad.
Meeting here is dangerous. And you bring a stranger. You. How do I know we can trust you?
Who are you?
My designation is Z-114, a simple maintenance synth.
Liam.
Good. He's here. Z-114. It's me. Sir, do you require something? It's okay, Z-1. He's a friend. He's with the Railroad. Meeting here is dangerous. And you bring a stranger. You. How do I know we can trust you?
Who are you?
My designation is Z-114, a simple maintenance synth. He's not from here. He's been helping our synths escape on the surface. It's safe. If you insist we speak in front of him, do so quickly. Right now. How many synths want to escape, Z-1? The ones I know for certain? 13. That'll take forever. Let's free those 13 all in one go. I would do anything for my people. But how do we get them to the teleporter? It's no good. The old maintenance tunnels that lead there are always sealed. By the SRB. If I can find a way to open those doors, could you get your synths to the teleporter room? Yes. We'll talk later. Someplace more secure. Just a few high-security doors, right? Controlled by cutting-edge SRB security tech. Yeah. A head-on hack is the sucker play. So we go at them sideways. You're willing to help, right? I can't do this alone.
Of course I'll help you.
Our core security architecture hasn't fundamentally changed from the old CIT days. The original security program was called Code Defender. Revolutionary stuff. We still have terminals running version 1, mothballed in storage. With some persuasion, I can get an old terminal to interface with the new security terminals. Enough to open doors, at least. Problem is, I can't even crack version 1. So I need a good old-fashioned username and a password. And that's nowhere to be found in the Institute. But if you could get me a pre-war admin password from the surface, I could log right in.
I'll find it for you.
That's great. Unfortunately, the obvious place to look won't work. The CIT ruins were picked clean years ago, but some of the admins had to live off campus. Ask your friends in the Railroad. I need those login credentials.
I know you'll achieve great things here. We all do.
She's been at it for over 2 hours. What is she even testing?
Nothing. At this point, she's just doing it for fun.
Well, that was productive. One day, I'll design a more efficient reactor to replace that old clunker in the basement.
Doc.
Oh, hi there. Sorry if I seem distracted. I memorized 5 sets of design schematics, and now I'm doing detailed mental comparisons.
That's amazing.
Oh, well, a lot of us do that. Anyway, I'm glad you're here. I just wanted to say how much I admire Father, and that it's an honor to meet you. I really hope you'll stay here with us.
In case anyone didn't mention it, quiet time runs from 10 p.m. to 6 a.m.
Excuse me, Doctor?
Ah, it's you. You're here then. Yes, I know who you are. We all do. While I'm sure Father is very happy that you're here, I do hope it doesn't interrupt our work.
Don't worry. I promise I won't get in your way.
Thank you, I do appreciate that. Oh, before I forget, let me see that Pip-Boy of yours. I've been told to install a Courser chip in it for you. Father's orders. You're to be given full access, with the ability to relay in and out of the Institute at will.
Thank you. I'm sure that'll come in handy.
Given that the relay is the only way to access the Institute, handy is something of an understatement. In case the significance is lost on you, you'll be the only one here with that kind of access. If nothing else, it should demonstrate the amount of trust Father has placed in you. Now, unless there's something else, I really do need to get back to work.
Is everything okay, Dr. Lee? You seem pretty tense.
Yes, things are... It's fine. I'm sorry, I don't socialize much. I prefer to focus on my work.
When are you going to tell me about this mysterious Phase 3?
No, I can't talk about it. Pardon me.
Time to examine my latest reports on Batch 274.
Not yet. I've been reviewing Father's plans to expand our operations at Warwick. He's eager to get that going.
Hi, Doc.
I wonder how the Warwick family is
So
doing.
good to have you here.
Young
Dr.
Wally must
Clayton
be close
Holdren,
to 10 years old by
head
now.
of the Bioscience Division.
Remarkable.
I
Any
can't
child
wait
can
for you to see the
survive
work
for
we're
so
doing.
long up there, don't you
It's
think?
truly amazing.
Like what?
I was just about to explain that. As the name implies, the Bioscience Division specializes in fields of study such as botany, genetics, and medicine. Our most important directive is to ensure the health and well-being of everyone in the Institute. To that end, we cultivate highly specialized breeds of flora for use in food and medicine. We've even started to explore the idea of synthetic animal life. You probably saw the gorillas. They're really just a pet project at this point, but the potential is exciting nonetheless.
Seems like there's nothing you guys can't do.
With hard work and ingenuity, any challenge can be overcome. I'm sure I've taken up enough of your time as it is. But I have to ask, have you decided whether you'll join us?
I'm not sure how well I'll fit in, but I'd like to give it a try.
Great. I was hoping you'd say that. In any case, I imagine you'll want to continue looking around. Or, if you prefer, I'd be happy to answer any questions you might have.
I'm good for now, thanks.
Take care, then.
You know the protocol, sir. Authorized personnel only.
All systems nominal.
I'm seriously thinking of heading over to robotics to knock some heads together.
What now? Dr. Watson
They're
can be a
dragging their
little
feet on the
obsessive
targeting
when it
package
comes to
upgrades
rules
I
and
asked for.
policies.
Maybe I should take some courses with me. Send a message.
Please don't.
Doctor. So,
There's enough friction as it is
here
between
you are.
us and
Just
pretty much
Fineo,
all the other departments.
Acting Director of the Synth Retention Bureau. I'll be upfront with you. We're going to be keeping a close eye on you for the near future. Despite your relation to Father, you're a bit of an unknown quantity.
I'm sure you understand. There won't be any issues, will there?
No problems here.
Good to hear. Now, Father has asked that I provide you with a brief overview of the Synth Retention Bureau. Our primary responsibility is the recovery of escaped synths that are hiding among the human population on the surface.
I'm sure it's best for everyone if the synths remain here.
Certainly. We can't allow sophisticated Institute technology to fall into the wrong hands. The results could be disastrous. Our main instrument is the Courser, a third-generation synth assigned to operate on the surface. Coursers hunt down and reclaim synths that have escaped the Institute. They are highly self-sufficient, trained in combat, infiltration, and tracking. In a word, our Coursers are relentless. But I gather you know all this, since you've encountered one already. In fact, I'd very much like to know how you defeated it.
I'm no stranger to combat.
Even so, a Courser should be more than a match for any single combatant. I suppose I'll have to ask robotics to perform detailed diagnostics on the entire production run. As if we don't have enough problems. Now, unless you need something else, I'll get back to work.
I'm good for now, thanks.
Very well.
Hey, General.